Hey, what's good, people's Devontae back in the house. Mixed feelings, but I just got away with a point at PSV. Yes, 2-2 is the end result for this game, but I wasn't really impressed with both teams. PSV did not play very well, and neither did Ajax, of course, typical Ajax. But it was a game of two halves. Like, first half, PSV was dominant, and then Ruben van Bommel, I think he made a weird move and fucked up his knee. I don't know if he tear his ACL. I hope not though. But it was looking scary for him. And after that injury, like Ajax started to play a little bit better. And the second half was for Ajax, but it wasn't like Ajax was playing like prime Barcelona, and he was PSV. I feel like PSV, this team, like it's not as good as last year's team. Of course, again, they're missing the players that the individual quality to take over those games and score by huge margins. Because Saibati and Pepe, they were missing too much chances, bro. But like they could have, if they were clinical, PSV would have won this game by a huge margin. But no, Perisic was nowhere, right? But Ajax. The reason why I'm not so happy is because like this manager is still around. Like because the people at Ajax are going to say, oh yeah, at least he got a point at Eindhoven where everyone thought we was going to lose by big numbers. Like if PSV was playing at the absolute best, we would have lost by big numbers, but they weren't. You know what I'm saying? We got a Fugazi penalty, which I didn't believe was a penalty. No, and Taylor, he scores a penalty, and all of a sudden this guy, like, all of a sudden he thinks, oh yeah, look at me, man. Fucking doofus, man, Taylor. Well, he was a reason why we conceded in the first place, but he scores a penalty, and all of a sudden he thinks he's Mr. Big Stuff. Give me a break, man. You Casper the Ghost, bro. I'm sick of Kenneth Taylor, bro. And then second half, Casper Dolberg had to come off because he wasn't 100%. And then Oscar Gloukh came in, right, the Israeli. Played in the 10, which and David Klaassen moved to like the false 9, right? And Gloukh. See, this is what you're gonna get if you put a player in the right position, right? Because he's a 10. If you put him in there, you give him the freedom to handle in a 10, and this is what you're gonna get, like an incredible performance from Gloukh. I'm still not very blown away because, like I said, I like, but maybe this is the turning point for Gloukh, and I hope that next game he starts. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that we have to keep fucking Pinky and the Brain, Heitinga and Kaiser around. Absolutely not, bro. I still want these guys gone because I feel like if there was, let's say, if the Farioli was here or a better manager, we probably would have won the game by 4 goals, maybe. By 4 goals. Trust me, this PSV is not as good as last year. I'm not impressed. But Ajax is just not good because they shot themselves in the foot by appointing this fucking buffoon. It's sad, bro. That's why I feel like the Eredivisie this year is not as strong as last year. Because even though Ajax was not, of course, the absolute best, they were strong, a strong unit. Where PSV had the individual quality, right? And Feyenoord was just like, like typical Feyenoord. They run off of passion, right? And I feel like Feyenoord this season played better than last season. And I feel like Feyenoord, if this continues, I feel like Feyenoord has a chance to win the title this season. Don't sleep on Feyenoord though. But if Cruz wakes the fuck up and fires this guy and puts in a better manager, Ajax could win a title this season. I believe so because PSV is not that great, but Ajax just like they appoint a guy that don't know the X and O's. No, so But I keep saying that ISIS is kings of shooting themselves in the foot, man. Starting with Klaassen, right? Passion Merchant Klaassen. You start with Edwards, and I love Edwards because he works hard, though. But Regeer Ghost, him and Kenneth Taylor, the Ghost Brothers, man, like Jesus Christ, man. Well, we might as well call in the Ghostbusters for those motherfuckers. And then Vandal again, man. Like Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. We got man like Busy Bone getting, oh boy, he was getting turned around by Serginho Dest and Betty Siege and Bajraktarovic or something like that. Like that's his name, man. Like, oh, Vandal is ass, bro. Man, I'll see you at the crossroads, on Vandal. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. You fucking knockoff Bone Thugs and Harmony looking motherfucker, man. Owen Vandal is one of the worst players of all time at Ajax. And Mika Gods, man, the puppeteer, right? The master of puppets, the man that was doing all this against Pek Zwolle. Today you had a chance to prove yourself again. And you fumbled it again. Next time, right? When you do this, think twice. Think twice, because you only was good for one game, and you had so much big mouth, right? You had a lot of big mouth, like a Titan from Attack on Titan. But but against Inter and against PSV, you was looking like a gummy worm. You know what I'm saying? You was looking like Puar from Dragon Ball Z, the flying cat Puar. Fuck out of it with you, Mika Gods. No, I like you, bro, but you can't be doing all this against Pek Zwolle of all teams, but against PSV and Inter, you keep missing shit. You keep missing chances. You're not performing. Gloukh, to me, man of the match. Man of the match, Gloukh, and even Jaros, because Jaros had a few saves, right? Because PSV could have, like I said, Pepe had so much chances and a side body, bro. But you can thank Ajax brethren Serginho Dest for that Fugazi penalty from Kenneth Taylor to keep ice in the game. I thought we was going to lose 2-1 after that goal from PSV, but again, Oscar Gloukh took over the game. Showed individual brilliance and tied the game for us. But I'm not happy, bro. I'm not happy because Heitinga is still here, and this is only prolonged and inevitable because Alex Cruz and many other people in the club only care about their fucking selves and about their own pockets and their own desires. And not the club, not the fans, and not the team. Not the trophy cabinet, nothing. Only for themselves because they're selfish assholes. Because they didn't want a guy like Fadioli that one of the few changes here and there. But no, it was too much to ask for. No, we needed a yes man like Heitinga and Kaiser, yes men, and all these other buffoons on the bench, right? Like a bunch of putties from Power Rangers, right? Just sitting there, don't know what the hell they're doing, getting their ass kicked by Tommy and Jason from the Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so tired of this fucking club, bro. 1 point, but still, we're keeping people around that should be gone. And I'm even talking about the players because we have to wait for that in January or even the next transfer window in the summer. But the manager needs to go still. And if any Ajax fan is proud of this performance, that says more about you than me because your standards are mighty low. I'm not proud of this performance. This performance to me was just okay. It was okay. At best, okay. At worst, because PSV showed mercy to me. They showed mercy. If PSV was in better shape, had a better day, we would have lost by big numbers. But they weren't. That shows how much PSV actually regressed in terms of last season. Because last season, in form, they would have took us down. But we won against PSV last season twice because we had a better setup. We didn't have a good setup at all. It's just that PSV were merciful. They weren't merciless. They were merciful. If you're impressed by that, if you think that Heitinga deserves to stay because of that, then you're supporting the wrong club, bro. Because that should not be the standard. If Leverkusen can sack Den Haag for less, yeah, just for only 2 games, there's no excuse to keep Heitinga around until like Christmas or even till the end of the year when you have a chance to win something. Because if I just saw PSV, we all saw it was not that great. It was not. I was more impressed with Inter, and even Inter didn't play at 100%. Well, I expected PSV to play 100% after getting an ass whooped by Union Saint-Gilloise. But they didn't play that great. They actually didn't play that great. It was average from PSV. It was okay. Just like Ajax was okay, PSV was okay. Both teams were just evenly matched. A banner manager and would have won here. 3 points. And that's all I have to say, man. That's all I have to say. Cruz, we all know you're not going to fire. I think after this, like, oh yeah, we get a point. Yeah. Yeah, okay, cool. And the next game, right? If he benches Gloukh after the next game, man, it says a lot about his priorities, bro. Because he still wants to keep the spooky bros in the midfield, like Taylor, the Geer, leadership merchant Klaassen, right? With his failed hair transplant, man. Like, bro, I don't know where you did your hair transplant. In Belgium instead of Turkey, or in Colombia or something like that, bro. He did his hair transplant somewhere in Kosovo. You know what I'm saying? And we still got Mika Gods, man. The guy that wants to be Elmo instead of a football player. We still employ Owen Wijndal, man. The guy that's looking like he should be in a 90s gangster rap video with his fucking Jerry curls, man. Looking like Domino. Remember Domino? Here we go, as a tool. So Ghetto Jam. Remember Domino? Yeah, here we got Domino. Fucking Owen Wijndal, bro. And then, actually, Rosa, by the way, good game. I want to see Rosa start as a right back from now on. Defensively, much better on Togai. Defense to me, except for Owen Wijndal and the goalkeeper Jaros, always performing well. Other than that, it's the midfield and the attack is just no, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Ajax is concerned, we'll see what's going to go next game, man. With that being said, subscribe to the channel, like, and share the video. PJ's POV new episode. Go check it out. Hashtag Heitinga out. Hashtag Keizer out. And hashtag Alex Cruz out. All these ball frauds, they get the fuck out of here. With that being said, out.